Fermented foods are the funky, tangy, probiotic-rich rebels of the culinary world, bubbling, alive, and quietly plotting to upgrade your biology from the inside out. Whether it's a spoonful of yogurt, a spicy bite of kimchi, or a mellow bowl of miso soup, these traditional staples are doing far more than just pleasing your palate. They're down in your gut negotiating peace treaties, coordinating microbial alliances, and flipping molecular switches that slow aging, reduce inflammation, and sharpen metabolic efficiency. It's a flavor party with a scientific mission. Let's start in the gut, that teeming metropolis of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and immune cells. Aging, as it turns out, doesn't just affect your joints or your memory. It affects your microbiome. The diversity of gut flora often declines with age, and the balance shifts toward inflammatory, opportunistic microbes that release endotoxins and whisper rude things to your immune system. But here come fermented foods like biological diplomats. Packed with beneficial strains like lactobacillus, bifidobacterium, and Saccharomyces, they restore microbial balance, increase short-chain fatty acid production, like butyrate, and help reinforce the gut lining, an anti-aging intervention that starts in your small intestine and echoes system-wide. The link between gut health and systemic inflammation is no longer a niche theory, it's a full-blown paradigm. When your gut barrier weakens, microbial byproducts like LPS, lipopolysaccharide, can leak into circulation, triggering chronic low-grade inflammation, aka inflammaging. Fermented foods counter this in several ways. The probiotics they introduce modulate tight junction proteins, reducing gut permeability. They also suppress pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF-A and IL-6 while boosting anti-inflammatory signals like IL-10. In effect, they're calming down the immune system's overreactions, much like a mediator diffusing a very tiny, very biochemical riot. But the story doesn't end with inflammation. Probiotics and postbiotic metabolites from fermentation also activate metabolic pathways that directly impact longevity, namely AMPK, AMP-activated protein kinase. Think of AMPK as your cell's fuel gauge and repair coordinator. When it's activated, it triggers fat burning, autophagy, the recycling of cellular junk, and mitochondrial biogenesis. It shifts the body out of store and hoard mode and into clean and optimize mode. Some studies suggest that fermented foods, especially those containing lactic acid bacteria, can stimulate AMPK through the production of SCFAs and polyamines like spermidine, compounds strongly associated with extended lifespan and cellular resilience. Miso and natto, in particular, bring extra longevity flair to the table by adding vitamin K2 and nattokinase, both implicated in vascular health and reduced calcification of arteries, which are major players in cardiovascular aging. Meanwhile, kimchi brings a spicy cocktail of fiber, antioxidants, and specific probiotic strains like Lactobacillus plantarum that have been shown to enhance insulin sensitivity and support weight regulation, both critical to slowing metabolic aging. Even humble yogurt contributes with its calcium, B vitamins, and the crowd-pleasing Lactobacillus bulgaricus, which has been linked to improved gut barrier integrity and better immune regulation. And let's not forget the epigenetic effects. Some probiotic strains found in fermented foods may influence histone acetylation and DNA methylation, those behind-the-scenes processes that determine which genes are expressed and which are silenced. This kind of gene whispering can favor anti-inflammatory profiles, enhance antioxidant enzyme production, and promote the expression of DNA repair genes, all while you're casually munching on fermented cabbage. So yes, fermented foods may be ancient, simple, and slightly smelly, but they're also profoundly futuristic. They act as microbial architects, systemic inflammation dampeners, metabolic switch flippers, and gene expression stylists. Every bite of kimchi, every spoon of yogurt, every slurp of miso is a small but strategic investment in keeping your biological age younger than your birth certificate claims. It's not just food, it's a fermented revolution against aging, and your gut is loving every probiotic-packed moment of it.